He bought their affections with showmanship and extravagant gifts of deliciousness. I too will make this popped corn and win over those mindless drones.
Hi, welcome to Corn Popped. I'm Peyton.
And I'm Carter.
Today, we're going to be talking about one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time, Home Alone. So, Carter, what do you think about Home Alone? I
think, honestly, it's probably one of the classics in my opinion. Every year, my family personally watches it. So, I'm fairly, I'd say I'm a little bit of an expert on the movie,
I'm a Home Alone expert.
Yeah. I mean, the entire there is a fourth one now, so I can't say the trilogy anymore.
Fourth one?
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus, actually. It's some British kid. I don't like him, though, because he's British.
Oh, it's the kid with the square glasses from Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah, that kid.
Yeah, that kid, okay.
Yeah, but we're mainly focusing on the main trilogy today. But I feel like, any movie series that includes house robberies, Donald Trump, and a giant toy store is an amazing trilogy.
And some really angry robber about to shoot a kid in a New York park.
You see, I feel like Home Alone
is a weird trilogy.
It is, but that's what makes it so good. I personally believe the fact that they made it so unique and outlandish, it feels like a child's imagination watching that movie.
Yeah, I mean, the kid is creative. He's very creative, and he definitely was a bad influence on me because after watching the first movie, I immediately was like, I gotta make some of these traps. I was like Fred from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I personally believed I could stop a robber after that movie.
Dude, honestly, I still think I can. I'd Rube Goldberg a robber. He goes to the door and boom, paint can, bam, knock the first guy out. The second guy comes in, guess what? Boom, broken ornaments, hurts his foot. He trips right into my little toy cars, and then he'll slide down the stairs headfirst into the washer, where it will then signal an alarm to the cops, and I'll
See, little kid me could not have handled that. I would have set up this way overly elaborate trap just for the first part to completely miss. And then that's just it for me.
That's where we differ, Carter, because I was evil.
No, I was evil too. I just wasn't smart enough to put it together.
Home Alone it still is one of the only Christmas movies I actually enjoy because I'm gonna be honest, I'm a bit of a Scrooge. I don't really like Christmas too much, and I don't really like Christmas movies. Home Alone is there's something about it. It's funny. It also it does appeal to that fantasy every kid has. Man, I wish my parents and family weren't here. I wish I was living alone already. Which kids, no, you don't.
Scary world out there.
Not great. No. But as a kid, I always kind of wished that, and then I watched the movie and I'm just maybe it's not so bad. It's not so bad.
No. Also, as a kid, that movie made me believe that house break-ins would be a genuine problem. Because it was just kind of out of nowhere, and these guys just robbed all the houses on the street. I was like, oh, this is something we're gonna have to deal with now.
Home Alone is just a bad influence all around for me because now I no longer want to be like the kid. I want to have my own, call-in card when I rob houses. I want to be like the Wet Bandits. I want to I'm just gonna leave dried leaves. I'm gonna be so evil and just leave.
The Crunchy Bandit.
No, I'm even worse. I'm not gonna leave the crunchy leaves.
Oh.
I'm just gonna leave dead leaves that aren't crunchy, so you just are disappointed when you step on them.
Damp leaves.
The damp leaf bandit.
You plaster them on the ceiling.
I don't even steal anything. I just break into the house and just plaster dead leaves all over the walls.
That would actually be terrible.
That'd be so evil. I'm going on the naughty list for sure after that.
The weird thing too is Home Alone, aside from being set during Christmas time, it does give you a Christmassy lesson, family's important, and ends with a Christmassy scene. I don't feel like it's much of a Christmas movie because overall it's more of you're following the plot of Kevin, and it's not like, I don't know. At least to me, it doesn't feel like a Christmassy movie until towards the end, when it's like, oh look, Kevin hugged his mom. They're a happy family.
Well, I think it does feel like a Christmas movie. I'm going to disagree with you on that because, like, for majority of the movie, now the Kevin scenes, like, at first don't feel very Christmassy, but when he starts missing the family and stuff, and he starts like, he gets that Christmas cheer whenever he's having his like fake dance with everyone, and he's like missing his family and stuff. Then you get the scenes of his family like worried about him and enjoying their Christmas. And it does just have that Christmassy feel. Also, like the few scenes where he goes and he meets an old guy, like when he eats dinner with him, or he like walks to the church and stuff. I think it has a pretty Christmassy feel, but it's not like the generic, oh man, family's important, I gotta spend time with family. Oh, what? Something kind of crazy happened. Oh well, we gotta save Christmas now.
Plus, Santa doesn't just like fly in the middle of the movie.
Oh, Kevin! Presents!
He's about to break their knees.
Kevin, gun!
That's another issue I have, though, about the movie. I mean, I'm a huge fan, not trying to keep on the negative elements here, but I feel like, I mean, obviously most like kids and Christmas movies are unrealistic, but I feel like that was definitely a reason it was a bad influence, is that it told kids like they could stand up to robbers, and like, I'm sorry, but in the real world, any kid who stands up to a robber, it's not gonna end well. Yeah. Will not end well for you.
Kids, if there's any kids watching this,
abandon your house.
If you're being robbed, listen to their demands. You can't do anything. I'm sorry, you don't got the muscle yet.
You ain't built like Kevin.
You ain't built like Kevin. Kevin was a menace. He was running up those stairs. I don't know how he was like lifting all this heavy stuff to like build these traps.
Oh, like the paint cans? How did he get them up so high?
Yeah, that's also like, those robbers should have been dead immediately after entering that house.
Nah. Or like
Kevin, I have a theory that Kevin grew up to become Jigsaw.
That would actually be such like a great, I mean, if they proved it like canonically.
A film theory. And
because what if they had Macaulay Culkin be the next Jigsaw, and like they do it as a Christmas movie? That would be marketed so hard.
Well, there's already like a horror version of Home Alone. I don't know if you ever heard. Was it not Silent Night? No, I think it was Silent Night. Oh, something. No, wait. It's Better Watch Out. And it's kind of messed up. It's a messed up movie, but they do like kind of take the Home Alone thing and make it a bit spooky. Not spooky, just kind of like realistic and gritty.
Yeah. That does sound cool though. I'll have to definitely check that out.
Yeah, it's an okay. Like, I don't want to say it's a good movie. Like, it's okay, but it was definitely enjoyable. So we're not going to talk about that one on here. Don't look forward to that. don't look forward to that one. But Home Alone is great. Which one is your favorite out of 3?
You see, I have a hard bias for the second one.
Which one is that? The one where he goes to New York?
New York, yeah. I just think I don't know, I feel like it's the most silly out of all of them.
Yeah, silly's a word. I mean,
Gotta go to the Trump Towers.
The Wet Bandits at the end of the movie pull a gun out on Kevin. They were going to shoot him. The only thing that stopped them from shooting Kevin
was pigeons.
Was a homeless person who just like, the pigeons are my friends.
Oh, like this
attack.
The slow motion like bird food got to me. Like, I can picture that whenever I talk about this movie. It's either that or the Trump Towers image.
The Trump Towers scene is so funny.
Like, especially like looking back, like that's what, almost 30 years old now at this point. Like looking back 30 years ago.
Oh, say I'm not 30, like, I'm 18.
Yeah, it's been a while because it was sometime in the 90s. I forget when it was released, but it was definitely in the 90s. I know that for sure. But I always feel like those two scenes are just always so hilarious. But also just the fact that Kevin just made his way around New York, like completely alone.
No one stopped him. No one questioned him. So you know what's really messed up? So in Home Alone 2, Kevin's walking around New York. He's doing all this stuff. No one's stopping him. Nothing. He's able to do it all. He barely even ever pays for anything. All right. But meanwhile, Jason goes to New York Well, this giant serial killer wielding a machete and hockey mask, he gets stopped by everyone and said, "Hey, you can't do this."
To be fair,
But the 7-year-old is fine.
to be fair though, Kevin wasn't killing anyone.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I'd rather stop a kid than a serial killer. I'll let Jason go wherever. I'm not gonna let the 7-year-old walk into Trump Tower just unattended.
I mean, I think the fact that he pulled it off though was just super impressive.
Everything that kid does is impressive. That kid was evil. Like, I'm fully convinced that kid is evil. He's gonna grow up and be a supervillain. I mean, the actor did.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna talk about Macaulay Culkin.
But
You're not gonna talk about Macaulay Culkin here.
yeah, and Home Alone was. I still think it holds up. I still think it's an amazing movie. It's like I said, it's one of the only Christmas movies I watch annually.
I think it's really good. I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10 too. You know, like everything about it, it's just, it's like I don't want to say the perfect Christmas movie. Far from it. I don't think there is. What would be the perfect Christmas movie? Would you say Christmas Story?
Yes.
I feel like objectively, Christmas Story is the best Christmas movie. But sorry, Corn Pop fans, but I don't like Christmas Story.
Then why'd you say it was the best one?
Well, like objectively, like it's a good Christmas movie. It's like the best Christmas movie. It has a good Christmas feel. It has that like those important messages. It's a classic. Like I feel like any Christmas movie kind of tries to go like that. There's nothing crazy about it. Unlike that one Christmas movie where Santa steals a car. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I just thought it was Santa stealing a car.
It was either something Santa Claus. I think was Robin Williams Santa in that movie?
Dude, I want to watch that now.
Dude,
Robin
wait,
Williams is Santa stealing a car.
I'm not good at these Christmas movies. The only other Christmas movie I can say that I really loved was Turbo Man. The one with Arnold. Dude, the movie was so good. It's barely even a Christmas movie. It's like saying Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, that's a debate we should get into another time.
I believe it is.
But also, since this is like a natural cutting point.
I think at the end of the day, Home Alone, the trilogy is a timeless, like classic Christmas movie that we can watch anytime and it still feels great.
Yeah, I feel like overall, just a feel-good movie for everyone, like all ages. I feel like there's nothing really just that would stick out as like someone who would not want to watch this movie.
I guess if your parents are still together and you're a happy kid who likes their family, you might not be a fan of it.
I feel like happy kids could be a fan of it too.
No. Sorry. All right.
Sign out from Corn Pop. I'm Carter.
And I'm Peyton. And I just want to thank you guys so much for all the support you've been giving us. Thank you all for watching all of our episodes. And tune in next week where we talk about maybe a movie of your guys' choice. If you follow our social media, somewhere over here, you can participate in the polls we do, where you can select the movie we watch next. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.
Lights out.